Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Brian, and today I'm turning the reins over to our AI overlord. I'm going to let ChatGPT tell us what they think is the best bourbon for the money. I'm going to critique its list and maybe add a couple to it. Coming right up. All right, folks, let's get this out of the way right away. There's a lot of folks out there that thinks AI is creepy. It's a scary concept. It's going to take over the world someday. I am not so scared of it. I've been a teacher for about 25 years, and I am not one to kind of scoff at new technologies and new techniques. So I do see a value in ChatGPT. So I think it's a really valuable tool. The other thing I like about ChatGPT is it can be fun. I ended up just kind of putting in some questions about bourbon, and it really spit back some great information. And so we're going to take a look at the list that it gives of what ChatGPT thinks are the best bourbons for the money, and then kind of roll through, give it a little bit of a critique. And like I said, I might add a couple that I think are missing off this list. So let me tell you how I set this up. It started with, I asked the simple question, what are the best bourbons for the money? I said, give me the best bourbons for the money, take into account consumer reviews, online reviews, proof, age, cost, and flavor notes. All right, and so I was actually very impressed because just putting in that cost, it actually gave me a very organized list broken down by categories of cost. And I'll put the pictures right up here. I'm not gonna grab every bottle. I don't have every bottle. The first thing ChatGPT gave us was budget friendly. So budget-friendly bourbons are $20 to $40. And here's what we got. They gave us Evan Williams Bottled in Bond, and they gave a reason why. I keep saying they like it's a person. The program gave a reason why as well. So for Evan Williams Bottled in Bond, it said one of the best value bottled in bond bourbons offering a full-bodied classic bourbon profile. I agree. Wild Turkey 101. High proof for the price and a great balance of sweetness and spice. Okay. Buffalo Trace, just 90 proof Buffalo Trace, one of the best beginner-friendly bourbons with a smooth yet flavorful profile. And this is one that I've come around on. If you remember in the early days of the channel, we were not real big on Buffalo Trace. And I honestly, admittedly, will say that I think that's because our palates had to mature a little bit. I enjoy Buffalo Trace now. It's still like kind of a training wheel starter bourbon. It's a warm-up pour, and I don't really use it for anything other than that, and maybe in an occasional cocktail, but it definitely, I would say, the budget-friendly category, it's perfect. The last one they gave us was Old Grandad Bonded. High rye mash bill gives it extra spice and depth, making it great for cocktails or sipping. I agree with all those. I think these are all really good choices. They are good values, and they all do fall in that $20 to $40 category. Like I said, when we get to some higher ones, they gave us some that didn't really fit in the category, but these ones do. I think the only one I would add, maybe two I would add, because I really do feel like these both give you a great bang for your buck. I would add Elijah Craig. And they actually put Elijah Craig small batch in the 40 to 70, but around here at least, I don't know about around you guys, but around here, it's definitely under $40. It's in the 30s, $35, $36. I've never seen it for $40, unless it's a pick, I guess. And the other one I would put here is, I mean, this is going to come as no surprise, Old Forester 100. I love Old Forester 100. I think for the price, which is $30-some for the liter of Old Forester 100, gives you a lot of great flavor, I love that brown Foreman banana note, rich kind of like Bananas Foster with the banana and caramel. So I would add those two to the budget category, but I think ChatGPT did a pretty good job of laying out some really good bang for your buck bourbons in that low end category. Okay, so next range was $40 to $70. And so we're stepping up in price a little bit. This is what they gave us for mid-range, $40 to $70. Four Roses Small Batch Select, and that's like $59 to $65 around here. Fantastic balance of fruitiness and spice, non-chill filtered for better mouthfeel. I love the Small Batch Select. It is probably my favorite bottle of Four Roses, even more so than the barrel strengths and the single barrels. I like the Small Batch Select the best, so that was a good one for me. Russell's Reserve 10-year. Lower proof, it's 90, but it's a solid bottle. It's one to have on your shelf. This is one that has gone up a little bit. When I started in my bourbon journey, this was like a $40 bottle. Now it's pretty consistently $50 around here. I don't know about you guys, but it's definitely a little more expensive than it was. Aged 10 years, offering a smooth and rich flavor and an excellent price. I do think it's still a great price for the age statement. You're getting a 10-year bourbon. And it's got a ton of flavor. I do really like it, especially a ton of flavor for 90 proof. They gave us Elijah Craig Small Batch. Again, that is one that is under $40 to me, so I kind of swiped that off the list. And then the last one they give is, and this isn't one that you know we're going to agree with, Old Forester 1920. It's $65 around here, so it comes in right under the $70 mark. High proof bourbon with rich and bold character that punches above its price. I agree with that 100%. It's the first Old Forester that I drank at a higher proof. I absolutely love it, and I think they were dead on with this one. The only one I would add is probably Knob Creek 9. Now, some people out there probably get Knob Creek for under $40, but it's pretty consistent around me right at the $40 mark, like $39.99. Sometimes it's up to like $42, but that's about what we pay for it around here. So I would put it in that second tier of $40 to $70, but it's got to be there. I mean, you get so much bang for your buck, including the age statement, that real rich Knob Creek nuttiness. I love Knob Creek. I think it's the most versatile one in this group because I'll sip it neat and I'll put it in a cocktail, and either way it's fantastic. Okay, so last category it gave was high-end value, $70 to $100. And this was pretty cool because I didn't ask it to limit it to $100. You know, we always limit to $100, but I didn't say don't go over $100. It just automatically did that. So here are the bottles that it gave in that price range. Some of these I've never had, so I can't really speak to them. So I went and got an additional list so I could have some added to the list that I've actually had. But the initial ones, it gave me 3. It gave me Barrel Bourbon, the batch releases. I've only had a sample of Barrel Bourbon, so I can't really speak to it. It was fine. I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't life-changing. I don't know that I could call it a great value. It's about a $90 bottle. I would need to have more experience to really speak on it, so I can't really speak to that one. Then it put Wild Turkey Rare Breed, which I don't think belongs here because it is under $70. I don't know about you guys out there, but around here, it's like mid-50s to about $60. So Wild Turkey Rare Breed should actually be in the middle category, and I would definitely put it there. I think it's a great value for the proof, the flavor. I think it's a great one that I would put in that mid-range. Then it gave me Henry McKenna Bottled in Bond, and I know this is kind of lame. I've never had it. When we got into this game, Henry McKenna was shooting up to $100, so I never bought one. Now I see it a little more around at about $60 or $70. I might try it in the future, but at this point I can't really speak to it. So I needed more to go on this high-end list. So I actually asked ChatGPT for just a list of top bourbons that give you good value in the $70 to $100 range. So I gave it a more specific task, and it gave me some great ones. So these are the ones I would pick out of this. It gave Barrel Bourbon again, but the ones I would pick out of here would be Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. I mean, a Russell's Reserve Single Barrel is fantastic. They have gone up in price, so I think, at least around us, they are in that $70 to $100 range. I see them around $70. Sometimes they're up to $85. But boy, oh boy, what a great bourbon. It's fantastic. It's got a nice proof point. It's a single barrel, so you know you're getting a unique experience. And I gotta say, and be honest, I've never had a bad one. They've all been fantastic. Whether it's a pick or just a single barrel shelfer, they've been great. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is one I would put on the list because it's a limited release. It's something that gives you a lot of bang for your buck and usually gives you a high age statement. The only thing I will say about this is they've become a little more inconsistent for me. So I am not an automatic buy on the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs anymore. I need to try it first. And I'm actually leaning more towards the Larcenies, which have been a little more consistent and a little better flavor profile for me. The other one they put on this list that I would totally agree with is Knob Creek 12. I have said over and over, Knob Creek 12 is optimal Knob Creek, and it is definitely been creeping up. Around here, it went down to $50 for quite a while, and I could find it pretty consistently at 50 bucks. Some places still had it up at the $79.99 price point, but I would find it for 50 bucks. You know, enough places where I can get it wherever I needed it. Now it's starting to creep back up. It's been more like $69 and back up to the original $79 price point, but still, I think it is a tremendous value because it's got the age statement, it's got that Knob Creek profile, and I think it is the perfect combination of proof and age. I think they did a great job on it and I love it, so that definitely belongs on this list. As far as other ones I would put in the list, I think I would put one more. The only caveat is it's kind of hard to find. I'd put Stag on there. I think Stag is a fantastic value. I know the retail price is $59.99 or maybe $64.99. However, you aren't going to find it for that in very many places. For me, I have paid $79 and $89 for mine. I know some of you out there are paying a lot more than that, but I think the proof and just the flavor profile and the punch that this one gives you, if you can find it at that like $79 price point, and if you can find it lower, it's a tremendous value. So that's one I would definitely add to this list. So there you have it, guys. There's ChatGPT's list of their best value bourbons. Best bang for the buck in several categories. Let me know in the comments what you think of the list. Let me know what you would add to each price category. And make sure if you like this video to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another episode of Bourbon School. And cheers, everyone. Take care.